education, right to housing, right to school, right to being me, you know? So we just want to ask today to LGBTI people with the killings that are happening weekly and every discrimination and stereotype that LGBTI people are facing, are we really free? Or are we just celebrating the day as everyone else? Are we really free? It's Freedom Day.
Yes, that is a mouthful. That is a mouthful. Yo, like, that is really hectic from what you say. So I'm just gonna walk around and be asking people the same question and just hear their thoughts about today's event and what we're here to do today. Hello guys, I'm here again.
Hi.
I'm with a couple of people right here. What's your name, sister?
I'm Puji, yes.
Okay, and you?
Let's maada.
Alright.
Letabo.
Alright. Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm here to ask a very crucial question. What does Freedom Day mean to everybody?
Okay. For me, Freedom Day means that we need to be free as a human being, especially in our community of LGBTI. Most of us, we are not free. We get raped, we get violence. So for me to be here today, I'm here to fight for my rights. I'm here to celebrate my youth. I'm here to fight.
Celebrate your sexuality.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Alright, and you guys? Same reason.
Same reason.
Same reason.
Same reason. Hurry fast, hurry hele. Hurry go fast, hey. Let her watch, exactly that.
Yo, hi guys. Go ahead, Tiki. Yo guys, I'm just walking around beautiful Pretoria Central. I was invited out for this flash mob and I'm just interviewing a couple of people so that you guys can hear a thing or two from one or two people for the podcast. Wait, okay, so I'm here with another queer person right here.
Naniki.
Naniki. Alright, Naniki, so tell me, so what does Freedom Day mean to you?
Oh, Freedom Day for me ngana
Freedom
Day ke letsatsi le rena la tokoloho le leng hore re le Tate Mandela as the blacks. Then from now on this day re lola ditokelo tsa rona ka gender, then go violence, abuse, all of that.
So what do you think about like recent killings, Noyan? What do you think about that?
Rate ya killing is too high. It's too high.
And for nothing.
For nothing.
We're being killed for nothing, basically.
It's like a hobby now. This nowadays.
What is a score?
Yeah. But you're going to fight it.
Yeah, that's why we're here. I mean, this flash mob, that's why we're here for the flash mob.
All the victims of abuse, we must train together.
We're out here for them.
Then we must fight.
Alright.
Then
Cool.
what we want for us as LGBTI, we want lerato from everyone. Re protecting.
Thank you.
Away.
Thank you. Hi again, guys. I'm here with Yes. Okay. Casey, listen. Just tell me, what does Freedom Day mean to you and why are you here today?
Well, to me, Freedom Day means that we all have to be ourselves. We have to express who we are, be our real self without hiding anything, without hiding what we believe in, without being ashamed of it. So we just have to be who we are. And then I'm here to celebrate who I am. Celebrate other people with me and to be happy. To let me be who I am, who I really am. Without even caring about who says what, because they're not me. I'm me. I'm the only person who knows who I am. So I just have to be me to be happy. And that's the key.
Alright.
That's the key to happiness. Just always be yourself. Always be yourself, honey. And then you're gonna be happy. Don't care about people's negative comments, what people say about honey. You have to always have haters. If people are not hating on you, then you're doing something wrong. You have to have haters.
Alright. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi guys. Again, I'm here with my other queer people.
Here.
And then? Neo. Okay, guys, let's do this. Come closer, come closer. COVID rules, but come closer. Alright, so tell me, why are you here today?
Well, from my perspective, being here, we're gonna learn and get more info about this LGBTI community as a whole, and then get us some things that we don't know, and yeah, so that most of the people could know and embrace our nation as a whole, or as a country, or as a whatever as a whole. So
Stop being oppressive.
and yet again, we have to be honored and respected like other genders. So yeah.
Alright, so what does Freedom Day mean to you guys?
It means a lot, darling. It means a lot. A lot.
Like freedom of expressing your feelings, your emotions, like anything that has to be with you. So that we have to embrace all of that.
Alright, thank you guys. Thank you.
And we must also
Oh, anyway, I'm Jayonte. I'm the social boffin. So
Thanks guys. Hello. I'm here with
Patrick from Delhi.
Okay, nice to meet you, Patrick.
Nice to meet you.
Please tell me, why are we here today? Why did you bring us out here today?
So today we are here as Access Chapter2 to look at what is the meaning of freedom for LGBTI people currently in South Africa. But also what's more important about this event is to look at what we call conversion practices in South Africa, where LGBTI people are being forced to change. And this can take various forms within the country. The more important thing about this event is to create an awareness of conversion practices in South Africa, but also to make the public know that what's happening, it could be through religious leaders, it could be through traditional leaders, it could be through families or neighborhoods, and work as well, right? So we need to make this visible. We need people to know that conversion practices in South Africa must be banned. Because that's another most important thing, is that these practices are not legally recognized. So that means everyone can get away with it. So we need to make a mark, and we need to call into different government stakeholders, for policymakers in particular, for them to realize that we need to ban conversion practices in South Africa.
Yeah, that was a mouthful, guys. You learned a couple of things right there. Patrick.
Yes.
So, what does Freedom Day mean to you?
Well, look, there's a lot of argument within the LGBT community what freedom looks like for us, and especially when the killing and the murders of LGBTI people currently is in a high peak. And I think we need to look at, particularly within the LGBT community, and ask ourselves, what does freedom mean when we are scared to walk in public holding my partner's hand? Is that freedom for me, where I'm getting stared upon when I want to kiss my partner in a restaurant? So what does freedom actually mean? I have no idea.
In South Africa, I feel like freedom means every breath you take, that's your freedom.
Look, let us not play down the road we've traveled within this freedom. But at the same time, we are not there yet.
We are not free.
Yes, and I feel we need to push these boundaries a little bit further. Let's not say we are free. Let's say Aluta continue.
Ah, wait. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you.
Amandla LGBTI, Amandla! Viva LGBTI, viva! Viva lesbians, viva! Viva gays, viva! Viva transgender, viva! Viva bisexuals, viva! Viva intersex, viva! Viva LGBTI! continue to fight for our existence. We will fight for our freedoms. We will fight for our rights. We are here today, friends, comrades. A few weeks ago, in the last 8 weeks, we have lost LGBTI persons across the country. We need to remember the people we have lost can be one of us anytime. We are not free. As South Africa commemorates and observes this day, there's no cause for celebration. And in fact, it's no longer 6 because 2 days ago, another gay man from Limpopo was murdered. So it's 7 people who was murdered. And again here in Pretoria, just 25 kilometers from where we are, 2 lesbian girls were raped. One is 16-year-old who was raped twice for being lesbian. Another is a 19-year-old who was raped, gang raped by 3 boys. Here, just 20 kilometers outside that city. We have many cases, Soshanguve, Hammanskraal, Attridgeville, Mamelodi, Olivenhoek-Bosch. These are townships, Karankua, Mabupani, these are townships we live in. When we walk the streets, we question whether are we safe. When we walk or we take taxis or we drive to Johannesburg, we ask ourselves, are we safe? When our friends and family in KwaZulu, in Soweto, in Ndebele, in Volkom, in eThekwini, in Lusikisiki in the Eastern Cape, in Bombela, in Western Cape, everywhere, in Venda, everywhere we are. But one thing that should be comforting us, as much as there's so much pain and anger, I want us to value something. You and I are alive today.
The LGBTIQ plus community in this country, are we free? No. So we do not have freedom. Are you able to say, I am free to walk these streets wearing my rainbow, being my butch self, being my feminine man in the streets and not being targeted? Are we free? No. What the fuck are we celebrating? There is no cause for celebration in South Africa if you are not a man. Right. So freedom meant for men to go and vote, to occupy what Steve called just up the road, 5 minutes, to go and occupy union buildings so that they can express their freedom to continuously oppress us. The biggest mistake we as South Africans are making is forgetting that our oppressor looks like us. Our current oppressor was once our liberator. Our current oppressor was once a comrade. Snap out of it. The current situation we are in is an abusive relationship. Forget political affiliation. Forget what we have as a future is nothing in this country if we continue to vote for bullshit. I might not be able to get to my house later, but I don't give. Say it now, man. Women are not free. Children are not free in this country. are not free in fear of other men when they do not comply to what is called bro code. We as feminists, we are always told, you are always fighting, but if you do shit, we'll tell you. We'll call you out or we'll call you in depending where you want us to do, how you want us to deal with you. So bro code has found itself in the system currently that we voted for. The system of 1994, how old were some of you? Because that is what today is about. It's that day when we stood in a queue to vote. What is the benefit of voting? What is the benefit for you young people, for you queer people, for you black women? What is the benefit of that damn constitution when your rapist walks out the next day because his best friend is the station commander? What kind of freedom is that? What kind of South Africa are we building and living for our children if we continue to live in a country and accept bullshit as the norm? They are sure, our leaders are sure you're not going to come out on the street. If queer issues mattered, there would be no space here. We would be so many because women's issues mattered, queer issues mattered. Instead, what matters is Savannah.
Yo, guys. Welcome to another episode of Queen Queer. On this episode, we out here being visible in queer spaces. So today we're out here in Pretoria. They're having a flash mob. It's Freedom Day, and what we are here to do is obviously a flash mob. It's to dance, it's to have fun, it's to also raise awareness and in the strive to combat, the recent genocide basically of queer people in and around South Africa. So my thoughts, I've interviewed a couple of people, and my thoughts about this, I've kept quiet on social media the whole time about this whole thing. It's not that I'm not watching, it's not that I'm not seeing, it's just that it's quite of like a difficult thing to talk about, because there's so many complexities to this thing, but also so simple, in regards to like literally don't kill us. We are out here living our own lives, trying to live our best lives, but every time we try to do that, we're taking a step back. So today is Freedom Day, 27 years of democracy in South Africa. So what that means to me is that, freedom to express myself, freedom to be myself, freedom to love whoever I want, whenever I want, without being judged, and be who I am, completely me, without having to second guess myself all the time. Obviously all the other basic human rights that we should be having, and there's quite a couple of things that we still need to be fighting as the LGBT community. Yes, we have democracy, yes, we have Freedom Day, but now it's freedom free for everyone. You understand? So in this episode, it's just like me being in the field. Usually I don't do this being in the field thing, but especially like asking people questions. But with this episode, I decided to take it to the streets and be mobile and be visible, so that I can get you guys a couple of opinions from different people within the queer sphere. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. This is Queen Queer, and I'm Kay. Peace.